Because we've struggled with recruitment on the main side of the operations business, i.e. a fully qualified installer with lots of experience and knows the job, those people are very few and far between now. We're just about getting by with the great guys that we've got, but we're really not helping ourselves here by not underpinning these guys, by putting apprentices with them to learn the trade. So we decided, yeah, do you know what, we're going to get the bull by the horns here. And as part of our recruitment process for this whole calendar year is by the end of the year is to have at least two, but potentially three apprentices working with the install guy. I just think there's a little bit of, do you know what? We've got to play our part here. I think it's up to all of the independents to go, yeah, if we can afford to take on an apprentice and train him or her to the good standard that we need, then we should probably be doing it. Via the government incentive, which is the Kickstart program. We've done it in the past where we've approached colleges and looked for apprentices to come who are doing qualifications. But we found, if I'm going to be perfectly honest here, that a lot of these guys and girls are quite short-sighted in the sense that a college tutor sits somebody down and says, right, you're on this course now for 2 years. And at the end of this course, you're going to go off and you're going to earn £50,000. 2 years into the apprenticeship, these guys have gone, knocked on my door. Yeah, I'm qualified now. I've got my piece of paper because my tutor tells me that I'm fully qualified from college. So yeah, now I want to be earning £50,000, please. And we go, oh, okay, yeah, no, I don't think we're quite there yet. This time we took a long, hard look at ourselves and said, when we talk to these candidates, we need to explain that it's a long-term program. And there'd be increments of pay increases throughout a 3 or 4 year period. You're not going to be on an apprenticeship wage for the whole 3 or 4 years. Every year you're going to have a review. And in regards to what you can do, we will pay you in accordance with that. And then eventually you're going to be at the level where you're going to be a fully fledged installer. It really is a long-term thing. And I think people really need to focus on that. If this isn't a short, sharp fix, we can't just everyone just take on apprentices for 2 or 3 year program and then think they're going to go off fitting kitchens, fitting 70, 80,000 pound kitchens at the age of 21. It just doesn't work. Clients don't want a 21-year-old fitting their 71,000 pound kitchen. It doesn't sit well with them. They want experience. They want somebody leading the way. So it's a long-term view that we've taken with it, and hopefully it'll pay off. Most important factor in taking on an apprentice is making sure you can put them with the right people, because that's where they're going to learn. If you've got installers working for you, there are 6 out of 10. Now's not the time for you to take on an apprentice. You need to be really, really sure that your guys that you've got are top of their game and they're perfectionists. Because at that age, these guys and girls that come into the industry take it all in. Certain practice is at an acceptable level, then they'll carry that through for the rest of their lives. And if that level isn't good enough, then they will fall short. It's happening now in the industry in regards to the skills gap, because this skills gap has left a huge void. And within that void has created a vacuum where people are coming in going, yeah, I can fit a kitchen. Yeah. How much do you earn? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, no problem. And they've never done it in their lives, and they're having a go at it because they think it's easy, and they're making a pig's ear of it, and it's giving the industry a bad name. And we need to fix it. Put the right apprentice with the right people, and make sure that everybody knows the person who's training and the trainee know that there's a long-term vision here, a long-term goal. And I think you're onto a winner. Years ago, when you took on an apprentice, the apprentice was the T-boy, to say the least. He was just go do that, sit there, shut up, don't say a word. Blah, 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 blah. But we live in a different world now. We live in a completely different world. We've got to nurture these guys and make sure they're happy, and make sure they've got KPIs to work towards, make sure we have regular one-to-ones, make sure that they're happy with who they're working with in the workplace. You hire on character and then you upskill. You can only employ on character. And it was a great recruitment process, because it was basically sell yourself, tell me what you like, tell me where your values are, tell me all about these. And to have these young, I mean, kids, I don't want to be, you know, detrimental to these guys, but if I was to have these young kids pour all this onto us, was great. It's a great process, and it's really interesting actually. There's a lot of young people out there who are really ambitious. The most difficult part is a balance with the installers that we have. So I say to an installer, I'm going to put an apprentice with you, and the installer goes, oh, rolls his eyes, oh, so I've got to stop what I'm doing and I've got to teach them, but you still want me to finish this kitchen by the end of the week. Well, so there has to be a balance there. You have to sell the apprentice to the installer. In a year's time, it's going to greatly benefit you. I think that's been the most difficult part, to create that balance, that there's that everyone has to be kind of knowing that they're rowing in the same direction. I hope so. I mean, when I first started out, I did indeed do an apprenticeship. I didn't have any aspirations to be where I am now. It would be good to see that. It'd be really good to underpin that and know that in maybe 20 years' time, one of the guys that we've taken on has gone on to do more things. That'd be good.